Good evening. Good evening, Boston. My name is Jocelyn, and on behalf of our owner, Michael Dorff, and the rest of us here at City Winery, we'd like to welcome you to our home here in Boston. We have a fantastic show for you this evening. Patterson Hood is in the house. As a reminder, we pride ourselves on being a listening room, so with respect to the artist and those seated around you, at this time, we ask you to keep your conversations to a whisper and silence your cell phones. There is no flash photography in the venue this evening. In the unlikely event of fire or emergency, please follow the green exit signs to leave the building. Thank you once again for joining us tonight. Now please help me welcome to the stage, Patterson Hood.
Welcome to Boston.
Yeah, it's so good to be here. I do appreciate it. All right. How's everybody? City Winery for having me. And all right. I'm going to try not to knock those over.
That was impressive.
I mean, I figure it might be fun if since I'm playing solo like this, if I pull out some stuff that just never gets played amongst other stuff. So the trade-off for that is I've got to have like cheat sheets and cue cards because I really never play them. And there's a song I did the other night, and I think it was the second time I've ever played it solo, and probably the band played it a handful of times at the most 15 years ago. But and I had fun playing it, so I'm going to play it tonight, but I got to have my cheat sheets. So y'all just bear with me and forgive me. And, love you. All right. Someone takes a picture of me with a computer. Cool. I will never hear the end of it. What? On stage? No, I was checking my email,
Mike didn't have the computer.
Oh, well, I know. Mike didn't have the computer. Mike don't know how to use a computer. I mean, he knows, but... It's all about where you put the horizon, said the great John Ford to the young man rising. Gotta aim it just right and have some luck, of course. And it helps to have a tall man riding on the horse. Aim it just right and just leave them some mystery and a taste of the ironic nature of history. Man turns his back on the comforts of home, Monument Valley to ride off alone. When the dust all settles and the story is told, history is made by the side of the road, by the men and women who can persevere and rage through the storm no matter how severe. Whether it's a horse or a car or a train, there's gonna be some fine times, there's gonna be some pain. In the end, it's a silhouette framed by the sun in the Monument Valley when the evening comes. There's a strong wind blowing in the open plains. It's gonna be beautiful, it's gonna be strange. It's where you plant the camera in when you say action, when to print the legend and when to leave the facts in, and when you turn your back on home and wander around the Monument Valley alone. Thank you. Went to Grand Canyon, and we stood at the expanse, and we watched the rocks change colors, and we watched those shadows dance, and we probably didn't say anything as the sunset turned to night. We let the spirits do the talking, the cascades of fading light. Rode across the desert, mountain range at dawn. We heard the thunder rumbles echo. It's the rocks that gods were made from. And we drove across the wastelands till we finally reached the sea. And I wondered how life's still stirred, just one day ceased to be. There's never one to wonder at the things beyond control. Step into the darkness and feel the highway roll, feel the highway roll. And we roam through the darkness till that darkness turns to day. Look, our sorrows, pains, and angers, and we turn them into play. There's no time to dwell upon it. This is life that we chose. That made it all worth living. There's the shadows that life throws. Easily departed made the sunsets. Say farewell to the ones that left behind. Yeah, we're technicolor years to see our sadness through as the sun over Athens say goodbye, say goodbye. Say goodbye. white owl out my window, soft lit and fading light. Watch the sun through the clouds, watch it hunting through the night. In my dreams I still can see him flying through the western sky. And I think about Grand Canyon, and I lift my glass and smile for the dearly departed that we carry with us everywhere. Lift my glass and smile. Thank you. Here's one that hasn't been played in a while. I'm going to try to do it without any bullshit. See if I can do it. Babies on the bedroom floor, suitcases and clothes galore. Everyone's just a little bit sore when it comes to leaving time. Sister ain't got much to say, the unexpected in the worst of spaces. Mama's gonna be pissed all day when it comes to leaving time. Do what you're told without a fuss. Run the errands and load the bus. Don't forget to give a damn about us when it comes to leaving time. Add 3 hours to the old time zone. Faces on the Jetsons telephone. Sing your song and then bring it back home in 3 weeks' time. It's nearly leaving time. No tears. 6 more tours to the end of the year. Thank God the package store has more beer. It's nearly leaving time, and you know everything's gonna be okay. I know it's harder when Daddy's away, but I carry you with me in my heart every night and day. And I ain't never leaving, I'm just taking us all to a whole bunch of places. So do what you're told without a fuss. Run the errands and load the bus. Don't forget to give a damn about us when it comes to leaving time. Add 3 hours to the old time song. Faces on the Jetsons telephone. Sing your song and then bring it back home. It's nearly leaving time. Nearly leaving time. Nearly leaving time. Nearly leaving time. A girl picked me up at a bar 21 years ago tonight and We've been married almost 19. So this goes out to Rebecca, or that goes out to Rebecca, actually, that last one. So this goes out to the kiddos. When they thaw out Uncle Disney, gonna be some changes made. Pointing fingers, asking questions, about 50 years of decisions made. When they thaw out Uncle Disney, all his tunes gonna be just fine. America's just a giant theme park. Put on them mouse ears and get in line. When they thaw out Uncle Disney, boy, won't he be surprised. Cartoon cures for all our cancers, thunder clouds in the Florida skies. Who are there? When they thaw out Uncle Disney, you'll be coming back to me to stay. I'll be waiting for you to call me when they roll them credits in the music phase. When they thaw out Uncle Disney, heads will roll, I'm afraid. Someone will be held accounted for 50 years of decisions. 50 years of decisions. They're gonna thaw him out. He's gonna go whip Ron DeSantis' ass. And he was a lifelong Republican. He's going to whip Ron DeSantis' ass. You just wait and see. Thank you. I'm going to fix a drink. Yummy. Cheers. Yummy. It's casual Tuesdays. Everybody having a good time? Again, thank y'all so much for being here, and
Thanks for coming.
man, it's wonderful.
How was Chicago?
Chicago's great. It was really good, and got in yesterday, and had dinner with a friend, then had lunch with another friend. It's like, damn it, it's just it's awful good to be back out and about. I wrote this song on the side of the road, not literally on the side of the road, in a Holiday Inn Express just off of I-90, outside of a place called Gillette, Wyoming, and I'd never had been to Gillette, Wyoming before, and I don't think I've still been to Gillette, Wyoming. I've just been to the off-ramp, and it looked exactly like every other fucking off-ramp in America. And we were driving. It was a really long drive. It was like one of those drives so long that the bus driver is required by law to pull over and hopefully sleep for like 12 hours. And that we happened to be there. And it was still snow on the ground. It was like January of 2018. And we were starving. So we checked into our motel and walk to like a three-star Mexican in Gillette, Wyoming. Believe me, it's exactly what you would think it'd be. Everything's covered in melted cheese. It's awesome. And they had melted cheese over the melted cheese. I mean, it was, so I walk out of the motel and our bus is sitting there like framed like perfect movie image or something under this giant billboard for the Oasis tanning salon. And I don't know why that struck me, but by the time I got to the restaurant, I was writing the first verse on a napkin while I was eating my queso. They call it cheese dip out there. And then I ran back to the motel and wrote the rest of the song. I want to send this out to my good friend Jeff. This song is called 21st Century USA. The parking lot behind Oasis Tan, down the street from the Mexican restaurant behind the AutoZone, and the place is hawking payday loans. There's a Kmart and a KFC, a fitness center and an Applebee's, Wells Fargo and a Taco John's, a good time bar to get your bad swerve on. In a town made of razor blades, all American but Chinese made, folks working hard for shrinking pay. 21st century USA. Out I-90 we might see you pass. We got coal and methane gas. We got jobs where the work is hard, and stores to max out your credit cards. In a town that ain't nowhere near, just like every town everywhere, folks working hard for shrinking pay. Salvation, I'll order it up on my phone. But Big Brother watching me always, why must I always feel so alone? Been working hard for just enough at best. Women working just as hard for less. They get together late at night at bars and bang each other like crashing cars. Working hard but it don't seem enough. Calloused hearts make even love seem tough. Prescription pills to make the pain hurt less, until your callous heart just needs a rest. Look at your children and you hope and pray they can conjure up a better day. Folks working, no one remembers how it got that way. 21st century USA. 21st century USA. Thank you. This goes out to Kevin. Something about the wrinkle in your forehead tells me there's a fit about to get thrown. If we get the van out of the ditch before morning, ain't nobody gotta know about what I've done. And I never hear a single word you say when you tell me not to have my fun. It's the same old shit that I ain't gonna take off anyone. And I don't need to be forgiven by them people in the neighborhood. When we first hooked up, you looked me in the eye. You said, Paul, we just ain't no good. We were heathens in their eyes at the time. I guess I'm just a heathen still. And I never have repented for the wrongs you say I've done what I feel. Was a difficult delivery. Now it's growing up mean and strong. When you tell me that it's getting just a little bit tight, ain't the first time I've been outgrown. And I'm gonna push a little harder. She ain't ref till the rods are thrown, and I'll walk away. And I don't need to be forsaken by you or anybody else. And I never had a shortage of people trying to warn me, but the dangers I pose to myself, heathens. These times can take their toll sometimes, and I know you feel the same way too. It just gets so hard to keep between the ditches when the roads wind the way they do. times get tough and you thought you had enough, when the stall of your recall decides to call your bluff, and all of your resolve might dissolve into your cups, we will never wake you up, we will never wake you up. The season of our discontent has given way to torment, the fate that you were born in disappeared without a warning. And simple evolution isn't working as a solution. We will never wake you up in the morning. Metaphorically inclined towards crossing over state lines, you drifted down upon the destinations you were inclined, until you lost all sight of your place in the design. Your alarm clock is ringing at your bedside. You drift into narcotic splendor of your never-ending bender, eyes glazed but somehow smiling, like the haze across the skyline. You down another glass, then drift off from our grasp. We will never wake you up in the morning. We will never wake you up in the morning. And the heaven that awaits you is a bar that never closes, and a line across the toilet tank for everybody's nose. A tab that's as open as the arms of your hostess as she gives a brief salvation upon you. Gives a brief salvation upon you. When there's notes of sweet prints behind the 8-ball in your rent, eviction notice at your door, and all your money spent. Hearts broken by your actions, but you had the best intentions. There were bottles in the bedroom and nothing in the kitchen. And the last time we ever saw you, you were clinging to the barroom. Days on end we tried to call you. Bells were ringing, tears were falling. The door was opened by the cops, but you were up above the treetops. We will never wake you up in the morning. We will never wake you up in the morning. We will never wake you up in the morning. Thank you so much. Me and my Annette, we was as fond as we could be. We were set to marry in October 33. I sat beside her courting her as fine as she could be. I never ever noticed her best friend Mary Lee took a job at the sawmill. I bought my girl a ring, had had a pre-wedding party, close friends and family. Everything was fine, eating homemade ice cream. I swear I never noticed maid of honor merely. And my sweet Annette was left standing at the altar. My sweet Annette was left standing at the altar. Mary Lee was taken ill, it was several miles from home. Back then it wasn't fitting for a girl to leave alone. And Sweet Annette, she asked me to walk her to the door, as innocent as children back before the war. And my sweet Annette was left standing at the altar. My sweet Annette was left standing at the altar. And Lord have mercy for what we done. Lord have mercy when two people get along, and neither one of us done anything like that. You see, by the next sunset I had a lope with Mary Lee. By the next sunset I had a lope with Mary Lee. By the next sunset I had a lope with Mary Lee. My sweet Annette was left standing at the altar. Thank you so much. We've been good to each other, held each other through so much. Now you're sitting there giving me that So once upon a time, I was trying to write a book, and I'm actually still trying to write a book, just a different one. But and there's been one in the middle between those, maybe another one in the middle. There's a lot of failed books. I'm a failed author, and but I haven't given up. So we'll see what happens. The first try, though, at least something good came out of it because I ended up getting a record out of it, and it was I was going to write this book basically about a year in my life. It was like a fictional account of the year I was 27, and I spent that year trying my best to live up to that age, and damn near succeeded a few times, and it was the year that my band broke up. I had a band called Adam's House Cat for 6 years with Mike Cooley. We played together from '85 to '91, and fought every second of it, and like Davies Brothers, and but when the band broke up, I don't know, he and I didn't get that memo that tells you when your band breaks up, you're supposed to quit playing together. So we kept playing together, and we had another band, and then we had another band, and then we had a falling out, and we didn't speak for a couple of years. And during that time, I moved to Athens, Georgia, and I had this evil plan to put together a band that would lure him back to playing with me, and that band was called Drive-By Truckers. So we hit 38 years this summer. It'll be 38 years we've been out there together, and it's amazing, and it's a long fucking time. You know how old the Stones were when they'd been playing together 38 years? They were a lot younger than we are. I'll say that. So, that book, it was called Slam Dancing in the Pews. Sketchy, right? Sketchy. And growing up punk rock in the Bible Belt, sketchy, I don't know. And trying to figure out how to live with all the guilt that they put on you, just doing what you're supposed to do, biologically and mentally and physically and every other way. And they put all this fucking guilt on you, you know? And I was able to climb out from under it and stare it down and tell it to go fuck itself. After I was 27, around 30, and but Billy Ringo was a character in the book, and he wasn't able to. The guilt overcame him, and I mean, he had plenty to feel guilty about. Don't get me wrong. Guilt, there's certain uses for guilt, and Billy Ringo was not someone that didn't deserve a little bit of guilt, but not enough to make him blow his brains out. And so I was. I wrote a song about the last time he and I hung out, and we'd gone out and we had Billy Ringo being a fictional character. But anyway, I digress. I'm gonna drink a beer. Hold on, give me a second. So we went out and did a lot of that. We went out and drinking, and we had this incredible time, and we ended up one bar and closing down another bar and closing down another bar, and then finally it's like, well, I got a bunch of weed at my house, so let's go back to my house and get really stoned. It's like, all right. So we went back to his place and got really stoned, and then it was like at some point late around the time I was about to go, which I probably had no business driving, but by the time I was about to go, it took this dark turn, and it was like, and he had that. He would do that sometimes. All the times I knew him, he would flip that switch, and it flipped really ugly. And he starts giving me everything. He's trying to give me his art off the walls, and it gets really heavy and emotional and kind of shitty. And then I never saw him again. And so I was trying to make sense of that shit, you know. On one hand, Billy Ringo's that guy that, I mean, he got shot going fishing, and literally, and he was the most fun motherfucker to go out partying and philandering with. He always had pills, and he always had good weed, and he was the best drunk driver I've ever seen in my life. Flat out, hands down, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I'm talking a windy, curvy back county road, with huge hairpin turns, 5 miles an hour below speed limit, with his knees while rolling a litter perfect joint. I mean, it looked like it came out of a machine. And you have those friends, 3 a.m, the shit's coming down, you call them because you know your life depends on them and you know they'll be there. Billy Ringo wasn't that friend. The phone would ring and ring and ring. He wouldn't answer it. But if it's like 2:30 in the morning and you're taking a leak about to leave the bar and you look down and someone dropped a 8-ball on the floor, your phone would ring. Hey man, what's going on? This was before cell phones, but believe me, your phone would ring. He would just magically appear. So this song's Better Than the Truth. Billy Ringo always said the fist don't buy. Can't get a break to save my life. Get a break for all my life. Fell out the window with a night bong in his hand. On the ground he did land. On his back with the smoking in his hands. Billy Ringo said he nearly crashed his car on the winding roads not far from the house he used to live in. He felt them tires slipping off the pavement, but he pulled it out in time and he made it home alive. And he said, I'm only searching for an acceptable living with bullshit I was made from. Shit, I'm fucking up. And he said, I'm only looking for an acceptable level of bullshit I can live with, but something's gotta give. Let's try it again. He said, I'm only searching for an acceptable level of bullshit I can live with, but something's gotta give. And I never could stand that son of a bitch there in the mirror, staring back at me, staring back at me. Okay, I got it down. Billy Ringo likes to play his music loud, says he never was allowed to become the things he said that he was destined for those nights. Drinking at the bar, talking about his shiny star and his impending incline. He said, I'm only looking for an acceptable level of bullshit I can live with, but something's gotta give. And if I wrote it in a movie, it would all end differently and be better than the truth, better than the truth. Last time I saw Billy, he was drinking at the bar. We tried again, holy shit. The last time I saw Billy, he was drinking at the bar. We caught up and made some tall talk. He invited me over and he started giving me all the paintings on his wall. Said he wanted me to have them, but he wouldn't say what for. And if I wrote it in a movie, it would end there on the ground, like he said there in the first verse. That's how he would be found. I would spare the, goddammit, I would spare the movie goers all the bittersweet details. Better than the truth. I would spare the movie goers all the bittersweet details. Better than the truth. Woo! Sorry. It's been a while. By the next time I play it, I'm going to have that sumbitch down. I'm really sorry. Y'all forgive me. So that was supposed to be the last ever Billy Ringo song. It's like, it's done. I'm not writing about anything else about him. But there's too many of them as it is. And we put out that Adam's House Cat record a few years ago, and the tapes had been lost, and we found them, and we got David Barbie to mix them, and we got in touch with our drummer, who I love dearly and hadn't seen in years, and we flew him in, and he and I and Cooley and David Barbie spent a week at the studio, or several days anyway, going through those old tapes and listening to it and mixing that thing, and finally put it out. And I'm really proud that it finally came out. But while we were working on it, one day we had just backup vocals isolated, and the guy I wrote those songs about had a really sweet voice, and I was hearing him sing, and this song just hit me, and I ran in the next room and I wrote it, and it's on our new record. That song's called Billy Ringo in the Dark. When you wake up in the morning and you ask yourself, well, does it even matter if I exist at all? If I'm going through the motions and my better days are past, should I even stick around? Do I have the wherewithal? Thought that you were destined to conquer anything, throw yourself into the thickness and destroy the chaos brings, and swing at every fastball, knock it out the park, explode the lights in fury, Billy Ringo in the dark, explode the lights in fury, Billy Ringo in the dark. Night comes down upon you like the weight of fallen worlds, the sound of screaming dogs in the silence fetal curl. No drink or pain reliever can afford a small relief from the night sweats in the morning after dreams and bitter sleep. From the night sweats in the morning after dreams and bitter sleep. Nonchalantly go your way. You go out for the evening, for some drinks and smokes with friends, and leave them with a smile as you walk back home again. You leave them with a smile as you walk back home again. So light the candle slowly for the shadows they will cast. Leave unanswered questions for other folks to ask. Explode the birds looming for answers bold and dark. In the first new dawn of sunlight, Billy Ringo in the dark. In the first new dawn of sunlight, Billy Ringo in the dark. In the first new dawn of sunlight, Billy Ringo in the dark. blow it out in Boston tonight, and trouble in the backyard and a case of beer. Both that ain't seen water in years, door bills and money, I can do the math. Trying to stay focused on the righteous path. Trying to stay focused as we drive down the road, from the ditches and the curves and the heavy load. Ain't worried about things that ain't in my grasp. We're trying to stay focused on the righteous path. Trying to stay focused on the righteous path. There's this friend of mine I've known all my life. Can't get it right, no matter how hard he tries. Got kids he ain't seen, a bunch of ex-wives, a list of bad intentions about 8 miles wide. Trouble with the law and the IRS, and where to get the money's anybody's guess. He's a long way off, but if he was to ask, he'd say I'm trying to stand up, trying to stay focused as we drive down the road, like back in high school before the heavy load. Now the brakes are thin and the curves are flat. We're trying to hold steady on the righteous path. Trying to hold steady on the righteous path. And we're hanging out, and we're hanging on. We're doing the best we can to keep on keeping on. We got messed up minds for these messed up times, and it's a thin, thin line. And I'm trying to hold steady on the righteous path, 80 miles an hour with a worn-out map. Ain't worried about things that ain't in my grasp. We're trying to hold steady on the righteous path. Trying to hold steady on the righteous path. Thank you. Wrote this song for my good friend Jimmy C. So you've gone astray in a New York minute, nothing left to say, or ways to spin it. You've just gone too far, and safe within it all, strung out and swept away. You were here one day, gone by sunset. You set out that way, lest we soon forget. Blood on the sawdust, light coming in from a broken window pane. You shaking pine, didn't really mean to do me wrong this time. Make it up as we go along, to fake and find reason and a rhyme, the strength to carry on. Seems the more you know, the less you like it till you hate to go. Strike out on your own, movement becomes you, till you become so removed by the hand you show. Seems the more I know, the less I have the answers to these things are so that easy. eat me like a cancer till there's nothing left for you to grab a hold of, till I spiral out of control. You shake and pine for a way out of this hell besides a life of crime. Standing before justice, it'd be so sublime to step out of your shadow and walk towards the sun. Shake and pine for a way out of this hell with just a nursery rhyme, just a battling dancer. We leap in the air, lost in the footlights, lost in the footlights in the fog, lost in the footlights in the fog. Mrs. Alabama claw above the bangs and lashes, and we saw it all, reaching for the stars but only catching dust. That's what you Y'all want to hear my brand new song? Have my help. I know it, but I don't quite know it, but because it's really new. I've been working on it. Since Wes Freed died, and anyone who knows anything about my band at all, Wes Freed, all those beautiful album covers, those posters, that poster there. Which I'm selling, I'll never be as skinny or good looking again as I look in Wes Freed's posters. When he drew me, that's the movie version. That's when they cast the good looking sumbitch to play me in the movie. Yeah. So I've been trying to write a song, and he was way too much, just no song could do him justice. So all I could really hope for is to try to write something that I think he would like, and I think he would like this. This song's called The Ballad of Cecil McCobb. Oh shit, there it is. Genius with a heathen smile, the kindest soul from any mile. Grab a seat and stay a while and take us for a spin. Spin them round and round, they say, let the devil have this day. When you're here, we'll cabaret and close the bars again. You'd say it was fun while it lasted. Sing it pretty, you magnificent bastard. Flying cats and extra sings, Willard eyes don't miss a thing. Keep the owls out burning green as we tear up the town. Skeletons climb from the well, your house in Mechanicsville. Richmond sure can cast a spell when the sun goes down. Drowning in the teardrops from your moon, girl. Making sense of a world that spins without you. Spectacular while it lasted. One day short of 25 years ain't enough. Gothic birds fly through the trees and worlds that bring us to our knees. Couldn't live without all of these visions you made clear. 5 a.m., goddamn it all. No good news from early calls. God just didn't have the balls to leave you with a the Shenandoah, drown the teardrops from your moon, girl, making sense of the world that spins without you. That's for Uncle Faker. Now I'm going to just play songs I know. Here's an old-timey one. This one, I played this song the first time the Drive-By Truckers ever played in Boston. I wish I could remember the name of the bar, but some of y'all might remember it. It was really small, really narrow. There was a bathroom right behind the stage, and you had to like walk between the pedal steel player and the upright player. We had both of those in the band back then to get to the bathroom. So all night we had like audience people. What's it called?
No, it's not Code. I know where you played, but I've got a name block
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. Well, that's where we played, and we played this song. That's how old this song is. And that's it. That's it. That is it. Woo! Clown Star.
Still there?
It's still there. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Well, if any of y'all were there, sing along. If you weren't there, if you know the song, sing along anyway. This song's called Bulldozers and Dirt. Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. What's your mama got hidden up her shirt? I like to play and I like to work, but most of all I like bulldozers and dirt. I met your mom when I was 19. You couldn't have been any more than 3. She caught me stealing y'all's color TV. She called the cops and they arrested me. And she was the wildest thing I'd ever seen. The way she pointed that shotgun at me. The police hauled my ass off to jail. Your mama signed the trailer to help make the bail. Said I'll learn you not to roam. Green, green grass under my feet, but all I can think about's the dirt underneath. Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. Behind the trailer, my dessert. Them red clay piles are heaven on earth. I get my rocks off bulldozers and dirt. I gotta pick up the stuff on blocks, and I'm up to my ass in getting hot, and I can't get the red stains off of my socks. I can't get you off of my mind. When I lived with your mom for 11 years, through good times and bad times, fist fights and tears. But something comes over me when you come near. So won't you come over and sip on this beer? Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. Behind the trailer, my dessert. I don't mean no harm, I just like to flirt. But most of all, I like bulldozers and dirt. Bulldozers and dirt, bulldozers and dirt. Behind the trailer, My granddad was drafted by the army. They sent him off to fight over in Germany. Left my grandma at home with a brand new baby boy. And my mom was born the day they bombed Hiroshima. Not long after that, granddad got to meet her. Got a job and commuted from Alabama to Kentucky, but still he would have told you he was lucky just to watch his pretty bride push them babies down the street, and the way that the cars all drived up behind her, the way that the traffic backed up behind her. His keys next door, and he spends his days just looking around, looking around, looking around. But he's forgotten what he's looking for. He's forgotten what he's looking for. He's forgotten what he's looking for. Thank you. Been a religious man, but I met the banker and it felt like sin. He turned my bailout down. Banker man, I let into me, let into me, let into me. Banker man, I let into me, and he spread my name around. He thinks I ain't got a lick of sense, cause I talk slow and my money's spent. I ain't the type to hold it against, but you better stay off my farm, cause it was my daddy's and his daddy's before, and his daddy's before, and his daddy's before. 5 generations on an unlocked door and a loaded burglar alarm. Lots of pictures of my pretty family, lots of pictures of my pretty family, lots of pictures of my pretty family in the house where we was born. The house stood through 5 tornadoes, droughts, floods, and 5 tornadoes. Rather wrestle an alligator than to rape the back. Lose the family farm, and he won't even look me in the eye, just takes my hand and apologized for pen and paper and a friendly smile. He said the deed is done, the sound here is my daddy spinning. Sound here is my daddy spinning. Sound here is my daddy spinning over what the banker done. What he done? I think I'm fighting for some hot roast beef and mashed potatoes and sweet tea. Followed up some nana pudding and a walk around the farm and show a view is the last thing on earth that's real. I'd rather lose my legs and arms. Where they bury his body in the old sinkhole. Where they bury his body in the old sinkhole. Where they bury his body in the old sinkhole. 'Cause I'm tired. I'm tired. Tired of waiting around, waiting around, waiting around, waiting around, waiting around for it to trickle down, trickle down, trickle down, trickle down, trickle down. Voodoo economics. Damn if I wouldn't go to church on Sunday. Damned if I wouldn't go to church on Sunday. Damned if I wouldn't go to church on Sunday. Look the preacher in the eye. Thank you. So my band put out a new record back in June. The album's called Welcome to Club 13.
Great record.
Thank you, thank you. You know, you make a record, you try your best. Sometimes you have something you're in mind you're trying to do. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. Always try our best, always try. Sometimes some of them are better than others. I'm proud of them all. They're all like, I always just say they're like my children until I had children. Now I can't say that no more. But other than my children, they're the closest thing to my children. I love, you know, but even that little bastard that really just didn't work out at all. I keep having to get it out of jail and rehab and whatever, but I still love him. I love him. I love blessing and a curse. But don't want to listen to it, but I love it. But this one I really love. This one just like, wow, this one turned out all right. I'm really proud of it. And we're excited to go out and tour behind it starting in March. Woo! 2020, baby, it just keeps on giving. And so we're going to be going out and working the shit out of it next year, and I'm just can't wait. Play those songs and see what they morph into. But this song's about when I was growing up. It was Muscle Shoals area in North Alabama where I lived, where Cooley lived, where we both grew up. There was a dry county, and which was awesome when you're like a teenager that loves to drink, because the bootleggers didn't give a shit. I was 16, I looked 13, they didn't care. They didn't ask any questions. Or you could drive up to the Tennessee state line. We called it the Line. It was like 15 miles of windy 2-lane road to get there. A lot of people died, a lot of DUIs. They called them DWIs back then. That's how long ago it was. And up at the Line, you had package stores. They sold beer. And you had honky tonks, and I mean that in the absolutely most literal sense of the word, honky tonk. And there would be bands that play both kinds of music. And occasionally one of the better bands played both kinds of music. They'd play top 40 and country and western. And they made the big bucks. And you had Bobby's Place, or B's Place, and Bobby's Club, and Johnny's Club. And then just past those was a slightly nicer one called Club 13. And they had Roman numerals because they were classy. You had to be a member, it cost $1. And then around the time I turned legal age and was going to college and met Cooley and turned legal age, and they voted liquor in. Awesome. And I thought, man, my hometown's about to get great. It's about to be so cool. We're going to get like punk rock bars and touring bands will come through. It's good. Muscle Shoals could be like the next Athens, Georgia. Adam's House Cat could be the next REM.
How'd that work out?
It didn't work out too good. But we did get Club 13. They closed down up at the Line, and then they reopened in Sheffield. It still sucked. But this time, instead of salt, like concrete floor, they had like industrial carpet. And the stage was about a foot off the ground, and small, and then they had lots of disco lights and a big dance floor, and they'd play disco music, and everybody would raise hell and dance, and then our little Adam's house cat would come up there, and everybody would go out and hang out in the parking lot. And literally. And sometimes the owner, he was actually a cool guy, and he would let us open for one of the hair metal cover bands he would book. And so we opened for Sidewinder, and Cooley wore a dress. Cooley looked a lot like Cher. He actually still looks a lot like Cher in a dress. It's kind of scary. And, this is like the anti-Glory Days. This is like the fuck you Glory Days song. This song's called Welcome To. This is the number 2 because it was the 80s, like Prince. Club 13 with the Roman numerals. Here we go. late into the night, 21, fucking around and wasting gas. Across the bridge to Sheffield, over to Tuscumbia, where the main streets of time travel to the past. Behind the Hotel Grant, there was a flaming dumpster. Saw a group of Klansmen in their robes. I circled back, but they had searched like rats, leaving nothing behind them but some smoke. And if you'd like to tell your story, by all means go tell your stories. Don't forget you only have one side. So parlay your inner visions with your suspicious, make the grand approach to the divide. And when you're changing lanes and passing on the right, check your blind spot and signal your intent. I saw that Honda full of girls going airborne into the trees in Florida on Interstate 10. Sometimes late into the night, trying to make sense of the pieces of my life. Still young enough to not know how those pieces fit together. Nothing to fall back on but a knife. And on the east side of town, by those burned out factories, blasting Here Comes a Regular on 10, I had an epiphany, a moment of clarity, driving all alone at 4 a.m. Driving. I'd never been out west, at least not further out than Texas. The world spread out before me like a page. My unwritten novel, my Huck Finn adventure, come to life. We're living it in real time. On that beautiful day, when we just turn the music off, let the wide open vistas fill our minds. We were already older, yet much younger than today, making sense of the visions that arise. Every western, we saw sun-blast reflections of setting suns in vast Montana skies. Driving, flying. There's this alternate reality where everything is different than the world of happy endings we endure. A moment's distraction, an alarm clock powered down, a blind spot, and a check before a turn. That Grand Prix we saw head on our way to see replacements when we hydroplaned but caught the road in time. And that guy on I-10 driving east as we were westbound in Florida, 2000 April 9. And that 10-degree decline headed down Teton Pass, coolly driving snow and solid ice. And that meteor that fell on our way to Idaho as we drove on past a near flaming demise. As we drove on past a near flaming demise. As we drove on past a near flaming demise. As we drove on past a near flaming demise. Patterson Hood. Thank you so much. Good night. No idea how long I've been playing, if I've been up here for 30 minutes or 3 hours. Huh? Hour 27? 37. Damn, I'm good. I was like right on it. All right. Thank you. That's a good idea. Thank you. I definitely should do that. Again, to all of y'all, thank you so much. I hope everybody has a really, really safe and happy holiday.
Yeah.
I approach holiday songs like I approach glory days. You know what I mean? No, holidays are okay. Grandmother's wheelchair is sitting in the corner. We all sure love her, but the little ones avoid her, 'cause she's gray-haired and wrinkled. Her burden looks heavy. 90 years of survival can look awful scary. Papa's building something and has such history, but what he's building is such a mystery. It's big and it's twisted, its shape convoluted. It don't have a function, but you better salute it. And it'll never be finished, but I guess that's the point. It gives him a filtered psychological ointment. He woke up real early, but he's late for his appointment. And I sure wished I'd smoked me a joint. It's Thanksgiving and Jesus, I'm thankful for abundance and bounty and a big tall stiff drinkful. For the love of your mama and the love of mine too. Thanksgiving is over and Christmas is soon. Mama, she's trying to live in the present. Don't let him have a heart attack before he opens the presents. Granddaddy's gone, but we still feel his presence. He tried to phone, but he didn't leave a message. It's Thanksgiving and Jesus, I'm thankful for abundance and bounty and a big tall stiff drinkful. For the love of your mama and the love of mine too. Thanksgiving is over and Christmas is soon. Food on the table, and Papa says a blessing. They're counting us some turkey and gobbling some dressing. My aunt's got the COVID. Her niece's mad. Her niece, my aunt's got the COVID. My niece mask resistant. My uncle got a Me Too from his longtime assistant. Thank God for the filter that enables some distance from the screaming and crying and the needs of assistance. You wonder why I curse the holidays. Blessed be my family 3,000 miles away. wake up tired and I wake up pissed. Wonder how I ended up like this. I wonder why things happen like they do. But I don't wonder long, 'cause I got a show. I'm sick at my stomach from the AZT. Broke at my bank 'cause the shit ain't free. But I'm here to stay at least another week or two. And I can't die now, 'cause I got another show to do. For sympathy, just help me with this amp and a guitar or two. And I can't die now, 'cause I got another show to do. And don't give me no preaching, no self-serving. I ain't no angel, but nobody's deserving. Can dance on my own grave, thank you. But I can't die now, 'cause I got another show. And some people keep saying it won't last long, but I got my bands, I got my songs. Beer and nicotine to help me along. And I'm drunk and stubborn as they come. Chain smoking, guitar picking, till I'm gone, 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 gone. Ain't got no political agenda, and ain't got no message for the youth of America, except wear up and be careful who you screw. And come see me next Friday, 'cause I got another show. Some people stop living